For Egypt, it's El Shnawi in goal. The back four is Haney, Ibrahim, Rabia and Fatou. The midfield three of... Let's get rid of that pop-up on my screen. Fathi, Abdamala and Atia, with Ashua behind the front two of Mo Salah and Marmadouche. And we are underway in this one. And it is Egypt who come forward with the ball initially. It's given away. Here comes Senegal down the left-hand side. That's a nice ball through in the middle for Sadio Mane, who tries to get the ball back for Nicholas Jackson. It's been picked up by Idrissa Gueye in the middle of the park. And now here's Koulibaly. Turns in the centre circle and plays it out to the left-hand side. It's Diouf. It's a lovely ball down the left-hand side. Mane is on the end of this. Tries to turn in field. It's been won back by... It's the number 4, Abdelmajid. And it's been cleared away and out for a Senegal throw. And that is the first minute of the semi-final. The first semi-final of this year's African Cup of Nations. Egypt with a long clearance down the right-hand side. That's going to be headed away at the back quite comfortably as well by Koulibaly. It's out of play now for an Egypt throw midway through the Egyptian half. Plenty of talking points in this one. Two intriguing ties on the horizon. A tournament that's often delivered shocks and surprises in recent editions. Take on a more familiar look this time around. 4 of Africa's biggest footballing nations all progressing to the last 4. The only real surprise so far is the absence of Cape Verde and Ghana. Both qualified for the World Cup, but neither managed to reach the knockout stage of the Africa Cup of Nations. And that is the biggest surprise of the tournament so far, in truth. And here are Senegal playing the ball back defensively, and there's some pressure put on at the back there by Egypt as they press forward, but Senegal clearing their lines down the right-hand side. It's Ndiaye who cuts in field beautifully. Plays it left-footed, small short pass. It's Idrissa Gueye. Now to the left-back Diouf. Down that left-hand side again with Sadio Mane being held off and hassled and harried by Haney there. Some lovely alliteration to get things going 2.5 minutes into this game. Here's Sadio Mane, drops the ball back to Diouf in lieu of the ball going out for a throw-in. It's now played back again to Niakate. And back to the goalkeeper, Mendy. Senegal playing the ball back defensively quite a bit in these opening stages, not wanting to take any early risks in this one. 3 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0 live here on Flash Score. First of 2 semi-finals today in the African Cup of Nations. Ball played back again into the Senegal defensive half. It's now a long left-footed crossfield ball for Sadio Mane, who heads the ball down. And the referee's given the free kick. It initially gave, I think, the free kick for Sadio Mane for a little push there from the defender Haney, but the linesman has overruled that. And the offside flag is up. And yes, Sadio Mane, his feet are onside, but his centre of gravity is so low that he's leaning forward rather incredibly. And the upper half of his body was offside. Not sure how he managed to do that falling over, but there again, I say that with a pot belly, so my centre of gravity is not quite the same as his. Ball played back to the Egyptian goalkeeper. They're trying to play this out from the back. Good pressure there from Ndiaye to force the ball back, and Senegal do win the ball back inside the Egypt half. Midway through that half, ball played down the left for Sadio Mane again, who's clearly the focal point in these early stages. 4 minutes gone now. And Mane tries to play the ball in. It's taken a ricochet and gone out for a throw-in. The referee's just pausing play there because Ashur is still down for Egypt from when Senegal turned possession over a moment ago. And it was a clash of heads actually. The referee didn't stop play for the head injury. Idrissa Gueye jumped up in the air with him, won the header, and seemingly caught the player, and he is able to continue. Referees assessed him, and Haney will take the throw in. It's a short one, and now volleyed. Oh, that's a strange one. He's volleyed towards his own box. It's headed away on the edge of the D. chested down by Idrissa Gueye. Ball played to the right back here for Senegal. Egypt putting some pressure on. It's a quick 1-2 with Koulibaly and Diatta, who cuts in field. The latter. Diatta the latter. We've had alliteration, we've had rhymes. The ball played forward. That's a deliberate pull and a yellow card brandished incredibly quickly there by the referee for Abdelmajid. And Mo Salah is arguing the case with the referee here. But the referee was insistent on that yellow card. He brandished it very quickly. And there is a clear pull on the arm, and it is relentless. Yeah, watching it back, it looked clear in real time. But when you see such protestations from players, you often think maybe I missed something, or maybe it wasn't as bad as it looked. When you watch it back, it was. There's a clear and deliberate and prolonged pull on the arm, and that's absolutely a yellow card. And now we've got a situation here where 30 yards from goal, level with the right-hand side of the 18-yard box, Diatta is stood looking to deliver this one into the box. He's assessing his options as we speak. And Nicholas Jackson having a conversation with the referee about something or other. And the whistle goes and the free kick is delivered. It's lofted quite high. It was heading towards the back post looking for Mane, and it's headed behind and out of play for the corner by Ibrahim. So 6 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0, live here on Flash Score. It's a repeat of the 2022 final. Senegal met Egypt in another exciting battle. Senegal earned the silverware, defeating Egypt in the final 4 years ago. They added further punishment, beating them 2-1 over 2 legs to book their place in the FIFA World Cup. And Senegal come into this match following a 1-0 victory over Mali in the previous round. Ndiaye opened the scoring in 27 minutes. Basuma was shown a red card for Mali. It was their third dismissal of the tournament. Well worked move by Senegal as they put together a brilliant attacking play. It was a cross into the box from Diatta that caused problems for the defence. The goalkeeper failed to deal with what should have been a really routine delivery. Scramble in the box. The referee's just having it. The reason I'm talking about that goal is the referee's just trying to still sort out the players inside the box here. So I'm just filling for time while I wait for this corner to come in. Senegal dominated possession in that game. The corner does now come in. It's a diving header away at the near post and a volley swing and a miss just outside the D. And a long, long way high and wide. Not very handsome at all for Diarra. He had to rush it, but he completely sliced it. And no real chances yet in this game. 8 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. Senegal were criticised for not being more clinical in front of goal. Will need to be in this fixture. Chances will be limited. And Senegal now again clearing the ball out. They are playing very comfortably out from the back, Senegal, and they're happy to play it backwards to go forwards. And Egypt pressing well, but haven't yet disrupted that Senegal back line. Throwing comes in. It's half volleyed down the right-hand side, picked up at the back by Egypt. And a foul there, literally just inside the Senegal half, and just inside from the throw-in line as well. Taken quickly by Egypt, and it is played backwards. It comes back to the centre half, Ibrahim. Now back with the left back, right on the touchline there, plays it in field. A chance here for Egypt to try and get into the Senegalese half, and they haven't managed it on this occasion. It's picked up in the centre circle. Senegal back on the ball. 9 minutes played. Senegal 0, Egypt 0 live here on Flash Score. Second semi-final of the AFCON coming up later today. 4 of the top African sides all reaching the final 4. No shocks and surprises in this year's edition so far. And there'll be no shocks or surprises in this one because both sides expected to do well. Morocco, the hosts, in the other semi-final, favourites to win the tournament as well. The only real shock we could see today is if they don't reach the final. This one delicately poised as we have come to expect when these two sides meet. Senegal having the better of the recent dramatic clashes. Here's Idrissa Gueye, takes the touchdown but gives it away. Egypt now in possession. It's a ball forward, looking for Mo Salah at the earliest opportunity. Turns to play it, looking for Mamouche, who can't quite get on the end of that one. And Diatta now will walk the ball away into safe territory for Senegal. 10 minutes played. His ball chipped up to the halfway line, is headed away at the back by Niakate. Egypt picking up the loose ball from that clearance header. And it's played back to Diouf. Sorry, to Fatou, I should say. It's Fatou now back on the ball, plays it into midfield. Here's Ashour. Long crossfield ball, and he's onside here as well. It's a really good one for Haiti. Looks to put the ball in quick and early, and it's been blocked at the first defender, who goes down in a heap. It's Diouf down for Senegal. Oh dear, it looks like he's blocked the ball out of play with the one body part that no man wants to block the ball out of play with. Oh my word, I've just seen the reverse angle of it. That is atrocious. That is... It's exactly where you think the ball has hit him. And the physio is over now to try and help it. I'm not really sure what a physio can do in this situation. And they're doing some sort of movement here where they're holding both his ankles, bending his knees and jiggling his legs. I assume that's just to get blood circulation to the erogenous area to try and give some sort of pain relief. But this is, unfortunately, it's one of those injuries where you just have to sit and wait for 10 minutes and wait for it to pass. It's an incredibly unpleasant one. And he is walking away gingerly. I've commentated on football matches where we've seen double leg fractures, horrendous head injuries, players stretchered off for all manner of reasons. And let me tell you now, watching a footballer take one to that area is one that makes me wince more than any other injury. We are now back underway, mercifully, and the ball is thrown in, and it is immediately blocked back out for another throw in here for Egypt. In a more advanced area, it has to be said. Haney releases the ball short. There's a pull there. I thought that was going to be a free kick. The referee says play on, and Senegal will try and go down this left-hand side. Sadio Mane wins the throw-in midway through the Senegal half, and his teammate behind him. I'm trying to see who it is. Who is that? It's Diouf, isn't it? He's just come back on. Will take the throw. It's thrown short. Mane hits it down the left-hand side, and it's been cleared back out for another throw-in again. More advanced. It's around 18 yards from the goal line this time. And Diouf makes his way forward, soldiering on. Brave hero. Throws it short for Mane, stabbed out of play by Haney, and another throw-in slightly closer to goal for Senegal. 13 minutes gone. And another throw-in. This is getting a little bit repetitive now. Senegal make the throw-in. Haney blocks it back out for another throw-in. This time they've decided they're bored of it as well. They've thrown it back towards the halfway line, and the loose ball swept up and played back to the goalkeeper. Mendy takes his time under pressure now, plays it to his left. It's down the left-hand side with Papagayi. Plays it into the middle, and that is on the turn. That's going to be a free kick. The referee says get up. Oh, hang on, he's now blowing the whistle. Well, this is confusing. The ball was played in, and I think it's Diarra, flicks the ball and goes to turn around the defender. Is completely blocked. Both players go down in a heap. The referee initially gave the signal to say get up. It was Nicholas Jackson, apologies, the man who went down. Then he realised both players were in some discomfort and blew the whistle. 14 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. Live here on Flash Score. The Senegal fans in fine voice. There's a group of around 100 of them, all colour-coded and stood in a perfect representation of the flag of Senegal, swaying in beautiful synchronicity. bringing the vibes to this game. The referee with the ball in hand as the clock hits 15 minutes gone. A third of the first half has been and gone, and it's going to be a drop ball uncontested for Senegal, taken by Niakate across to Koulibaly, and it's played long down the right hand side, headed away, not far, and it's Ndiaye who picks up the loose ball. Possession stats 59% to Senegal, 41 to Egypt. Vast majority of that, though, as I mentioned, is defensive passes. As they just grow into this semi-final, they are pushing forward now. The ball chipped towards the back post. It's a little bit overhit, and I think Mane, he did just enough to trap the ball and keep it in play. And then as he went to turn his man, he just got his feet in a muddle and accidentally kicked the ball out of play for a throw-in. The throw-in is taken short and hoof long, and Senegal given possession back straight away. And that's something Egypt need to work on. It's not so much keeping hold of possession for possession's sake, but giving it away so quickly and so routinely could be their undoing. And there's a mistake at the back here. It's played through, and this could be a red card incident here. The referee's given the free kick. Now, was it last man or not is the question. He's given a yellow card to Senegal's Koulibaly. So the ball is played through. It's Ashore who plays the ball through for Mamouche, and he is just tripped as he's receiving the ball by Koulibaly. Now, I think, for me, if that's in the Premier League, I think VAR looks at that and says this is a red card incident because he's last man and it's a goal scoring opportunity. Could be a big let off this for Senegal. And the captain, Koulibaly, is booked early on in this semi-final, and he will miss the final. If Senegal win this game, he misses the final, and that it's an awful blow. To miss the opportunity to captain your country in the final is awful for Koulibaly, and he's got to brush himself down and put that to one side and carry on for his teammates. But for Senegal as well, knowing that if they do win today, they have to go on without their captain, it's a big blow tactically, but even emotionally and psychologically, that is such a shame. But there's still a game of football to win. They've still got the vast majority of this game to play, handicapped by that yellow card. Egypt now take the free kick. It's chipped into the box, headed away on the edge of the box. It's a clear free header for Senegal to get it further away, and then there's a late offside flag goes up, and Egypt impeded by the linesman. Senegal now with the free kick just inside the 18-yard box, and Mendy is going to take it. Say he's going to take it. He's in theory going to take it. We're still waiting. And he does now stutter up to the ball, hits it long, it goes down the left-hand side, and that's a brilliant run and diving header in the air from Mane to get the ball forward for Jackson. It's half cleared, he blocks the clearance, back into the path of Jackson, and his volley on the edge of the box is over the bar. He does a little roll as he hits it as well. But this game's starting to open up a little bit now. 19 minutes gone, still goalless. We're starting to have the sighters at goal. And now Egypt clearing it from the left back. It's gone down that left hand side. It's headed infield by Senegal's Diatta. Helped on its way down the right hand side, and that's a half clearance. A little bit off balance from Rabia, the Egyptian centre half. So it's not gone out. It's gone out of play for throwing, but it's not gone very far. And the referee's just stopped play as the throw-in was taken, and is ushering the physios on. Oh, it's right at the far side of the pitch, completely away from play. And Diatta, who played that ball, in fact, is it Diatta? No, it's Koulibaly. Koulibaly is down needing some treatment. And we've just been saying there, what a shame that his AFCON campaign will not progress past this game regardless, because he will miss the next game because of that yellow card totting up. He might not even be able to play the semi-final now. 20 minutes gone. He's already had the final taken off him. He now might be robbed of the semi-final. It looks like it's his left groin, and it was an off-the-ball incident. It's after he'd headed the ball away, and then off the ball, he just stops and feels the groin, and then goes to ground. And that is a worrying sign. They might risk it here. They might keep him on, because ignoring the club campaign and talking purely from an international campaign, both for the player and the team, they'll be thinking, well, if he makes it worse, it doesn't really matter, because he can't play in the final anyway. If he gets through the game, brilliant. If he makes it worse and we have to bring him off later, at least we've got another 10, 15, 20 minutes out of him. And he wants to continue, and so he does, and we are back underway. There's a throw-in now on this near side for Egypt. There's lots of verbal instructions from the dugouts. Haney right in front of the dugout here to take the throw-in. Koulibaly's gone down again. He will not be able to continue. He's gone down twice in 2 minutes with this. And we are going to have an early change. I think he went back on just to give his replacement that little bit of time to warm up properly. The stretcher's been brought on here. And this is such a shame for Senegal, for Koulibaly, the captain, of course, to have his campaign curtailed so cruelly. It might cushion the blow of missing the final through suspension. That is the only silver lining, and it's a very, very, very faint one. But he's now, as well as missing the final, he's going to miss 3/4 of the semi-final as we hit exactly 22.5 minutes gone, as he walks away and will be replaced for the final 3/4 of the semi-final. Potentially more, of course, should the game go to extra time. And it's Sarr coming on to replace him. 23 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0, live here on Flash Score. The captain, Koulibaly, booked and will miss the final, and is then replaced through injury, and is now going to miss the semi-final. And a big blow for Senegal. Diouf has the ball in hand to take the throw. Throws it short. Mane cushions it back to him as he looks to go around the defender Haney. He blocks it out for another throw, and Haney's done that all game. Another throw-in taken short again. It's Mane, drops it back to Idrissa Gueye, who goes back to Diatta. Now back to the goalkeeper Mendy. Plays the ball out short. Here's Sarr. Back to Mendy again. Just inside his D, takes a touch to the right and hits it long. And the Egyptian defence just pedalling back to marshal this back to their goalkeeper, and they've done so successfully. 24 minutes gone. Egypt played on Saturday night, took on the Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast. A well-structured and disciplined performance. Played to their strengths, sat deep, looked to hit on the break, and used the pace of Mamouche and Salah to cause problems. Game plan gave the perfect platform. Mamouche opened the score inside the first 4 minutes. Just after the half-hour mark, Salah's corner found the head of Rabia, powered Egypt into a 2-goal lead. Ivory Coast did pull one back just before the break after an own goal from Fatou. Failed to deal with a free kick, sending the side into half-time with Egypt just narrowly ahead. No such luck here of 3 goals before the break, certainly not yet anyway. Egypt in the second half did restore their 2-goal cushion. Outside of the foot pass from Ashua, found Salah, found the net. They were made to sweat late on though. Ivory Coast struck again. Another set piece that they failed to clear. Set pieces could be their undoing today as well. Late pressure, but Egypt held firm, showed resilience. Looking for revenge against this Senegal side. Of course, there's so much heartbreak over recent years. Senegal suffering their own heartbreak with the captain coming off injured and suspended for the final. Inside the first quarter of the semi-final. 26 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. And it's the goalkeeper for Egypt, El Shawnee, who throws the ball out. And it's a poor giveaway here, and Senegal can come forward. Here's Mane. Tries to go round his man. It's been blocked and out for a throw-in. But Egypt appealed for the throw-in. They took the last touch off Ibrahim. Ball thrown back. Here's Niakate. Forward to Idris again. Now back with Sarr, who's still finding his way in this game after coming off the bench. Down the left-hand side is Diouf. Short cushion pass in for Sadio Mane across the centre circle. It's Idrissa Gueye down the right-hand side. Here's Niakate. And Dai. Ball played into the middle, looking for Jackson. It's been swept away just before it can get to him. Picked up now by Diatta. Turning, trying to find some space. Here's Ndai. Back to Diatta. It's a quick 1-2 and lofted pass into the box. And Ndai just can't get around his man. It's brilliant marshalling from Rabia. He eventually goes to ground to cushion the ball and make sure that it goes out of play for a goal kick. Goal kick taken. Down the left-hand side, it's been headed away, and it's out for an Egypt throw just inside the Pharaohs' half. So far, just 2 shots in this game, both falling to Senegal. Both off target as well. Neither goalkeeper has been called upon yet for anything more than taking a goal kick. 28 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. Egypt qualifying for the semi-finals for the 3rd time in 5 editions. Hoping to go one better than their 2nd place finishers of 2021 and 2017. Haven't lifted the trophy since 2010. Here they come now, looking to take the lead in this game. It's chipped to the right-hand side. Touchdown by Haney. And the flag goes up for offside. And it will be a free kick to Senegal. It is just marginally offside, just looking at the replay. It was tight, but spot on from the linesman. The sun's starting to set in Morocco as we approach the half-hour point in the game. Taken, headed back on the halfway line. Egypt coming forward, a little bit too hesitant in possession there, and Senegal taking the ball off the feet of the midfield. I think it was Ashore on the ball, took too long, dispossessed. Now Senegal come forward, passing quickly. They don't want to get caught in possession. And that's a late challenge there. The referee gives again. Waves play on. I think he did win the ball. Senegal winning it back on the halfway line as we pass the half-hour mark. Ball played back into defence again for Senegal. And here's Sarr down the right-hand side. Diatta thinks about hitting it long towards the box, stops, looks in field, eventually plays it back to Sarr, who goes back to Mendy. Here's Niakate, slides it through towards the centre of the pitch. It's a lovely touch on the turn, and Mane's away, plays it into Jackson, 40 yards from goal, who plays it across to Idrissa Gueye, and his shot takes a deflection and just bounces calmly towards the goalkeeper. 31 minutes gone. It is the first shot on target, but it took a deflection and it took the venom out of the shot and made life simple for El Shani in the Egypt goal. So now with his opposite number, Mendy. I say opposite number, El Shani is number 23, Mendy is number 16. Gone are the traditional days of 1 to 11. I mean, just looking at Senegal, we've got numbers in the starting 11, 16, 25, 19, 15, 13, 26. And for Egypt, 23, 13, 14, 19 and 22. Senegal look to make their way down this left-hand side. The ball's gone out of play, both sides appealing. It's Senegal that get the decision. It's played into the box, short and low, and the effort on target again. This time from Papagayi, but it's a relatively comfortable one. The goalkeeper drops low and gathers with a minimum of fuss. Here Senegal again on the halfway line. Move forward for Diarra. Now back into defence again. In the centre circle, dinked out. A bit overzealous that. Didn't really need to be dinked at head height, but it was. Across to Diatta, who chested it down. Drops it back now in the centre circle. It's Niakate. Forward to Jackson, who cushions it back. Mane. Down the left-hand side of the box here is Jackson. Goes between two defenders and goes down in the box a little bit too easily. I think he was half expecting the contact. He didn't appeal for the penalty though. And the clearance up for Egypt is quickly stopped by Senegal. And Marmouche, exasperated that the referee waves play on. He's been very lenient, this referee. He's been waving play on 90% of the time. Senegal have won 4 of the 5 head-to-heads taking place since 2014, which includes the penalty shootout wins in AFCON 21 and the final stage of the 22 World Cup qualifying. 12 of 15 all-time head-to-heads have featured under 1.5 goals. Only one saw both teams score. Ball on the left-hand side. Can they get this in early, Senegal? They couldn't. Nicholas Jackson had made his way into the box unmarked. Mane couldn't quite wrap his foot around that and get the delivery in time. He had to wait for the bounce, and it took a little deflection as he was cutting it back as well. Some good defending that at the back. It was the number 4 for Egypt, Abdel Magid. He's on a booking as well. He's the only player that is on a booking. Koulibaly, of course, having to make way. Senegal again playing it at the back. 35 minutes gone. 10 minutes plus added time left of the first half. Referee's given a free kick to Senegal, and there's a lot of finger wagging from the Egyptians. They're not happy with the referee's decision here. Well, I can see both sides of that. It's one of those where the player himself, he slides in and he does absolutely get the ball and not the man. It's Fathi, but at the same time his foot goes over the ball, which can be dangerous play. No booking shown though. Senegal get us back underway. Free kick is taken short. It's now back in defence with Sarr. Down to Diatta on the right hand side. Back with Sarr, little 1-2 there with Niakate. Senegal just getting themselves in position, ready to go again. Senegal with twice as many passes, more so in fact, 190 to Egypt's 83 so far in this game. Play back to the Egyptian goalkeeper, plays it long, it's headed away just before the halfway line. Papagayi, loose ball now at the back with Sarr. Down the right hand side, it's a nice quick 1-2, and it's played back, and then Dai has a chance to come into the box here. It's a really good bit of last ditch defended at the back by Fatou, and Egypt now looking to try and pass their way out of trouble at the back. Chip down the right hand side, chested down, and the loose ball picked up in the middle, just outside the centre circle. Here's Diarra out to Mane on the left hand side. Sadio Mane plays it short for Papagayi. Back into defence again. 6 of Senegal's last 7 wins by 2-goal margins. Senegal led at half-time in 7 of their last 8 victories, and they are heading in goalless unless something changes in the last few minutes, and they've won a corner with that in mind. Diouf rousing the crowd. A clever ball in, and Jackson poised ready on the edge of the 6-yard box. It was a brilliant slide from Abdelmajid. And Diouf is stood over this corner, puts the signal up. It'll be an out-swinging left foot, and it comes towards the penalty spot. It's headed away. Senegal back in possession, played back down the left-hand side. Diouf will put it in again, and this one is blocked by the first man. It loops in the air, and he's managed to keep it in play. It's Ashour who is fouled as he tries to clear down the line and wins the free kick. Nicholas Jackson a little bit overzealous there, trying to win the ball back. .38 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. First of the semi-finals of the 2026 African Cup of Nations. The host Morocco in action later on. Goal kick taken, or free kick taken by the goalkeeper. It's hit long and headed out of play midway through the Senegal half. For a throw in here to Egypt. Haney with the ball in hand, asking his teammates to come higher up the pitch, trying to battle his manager to be heard. He comes in on both sides, heading it between each other. Haney now gets the ball under control, plays it down the right hand side. And there's a battle there. Mo Salah doing his best to keep hold of the ball, and he has fouled his man. You could see there, I was about to say that he's got a real look in him there of like wanting revenge and it was Sadio Mane tracked him down and eventually just clips his ankle to win the ball back, and the referee gives the free kick. There's no booking. 40 minutes gone, 5 minutes left until we see what's in store for added time. And there's some pushing and shoving in the technical area here between the two countries. The fourth officials doing what they can here to restore some order, but there's an almighty bit of scuffling and pushing and shoving going on. Sadio Mane comes over to try and calm things down. And the managers now, having said their piece, apologise to each other. And Egypt have a man down. So Mo Salah, we're just watching all the replays back now. Trips Sadio Mane. And the two dugouts, they have now calmed their differences and walked away. Started getting feisty. There is still concern here. We do still have this player down for Egypt. And I'm not certain who it is just yet. I think it might be Haney. The referee speaking to Jissagai and Diarra. Diarra's been booked, and Diarra will miss the next game as well. So again, if Senegal win here, he misses the final. I think he talked himself into the book there as well. But that's two players now, both booked for Senegal, and both will miss the final. Obviously, if Egypt win, they'll miss the next match. But they now have to finish this game knowing that if we win this game and get to the final, I'm not part of it. And they've got to now walk a tightrope through the second half. Obviously not Koulibaly, he's been replaced. Diarra's got to go through the second half on a yellow card. And we're still waiting to restart. The referee is now speaking to the coaches in the technical areas. And I think, just looking at the body language and the gesticulation from the referees, basically talking about them going into each other's dugouts and saying that they can't do that, which is reasonable. Handshakes all round. I respect the officiating there. It would be very simple to have sent the managers to the stands, but he hasn't. He's had a word. The managers have been respectful. Handshakes have been given. Everybody moves on. And we now have 2 minutes left plus added time, of which we expect there to be a sizable chunk, of course. Koulibaly went down injured twice. We've had that incident just there has added on a couple of minutes alone. I'd be surprised if there's anything less than 4 minutes added time at the end of this first half. And there's 90 seconds left of it now, plus added time. Ball played into the middle. That's a sloppy ball, and it's dispossessed, but possession given straight back to Senegal there. It was a loose touch in the middle. And the ball down the left-hand side, looking for Mane, gets a touch on it and then looks to cut the ball back as he's running out of turf to run on, and it's just strayed according to the linesman and out for a goal kick. It's taken quickly as they look to try and get the ball upfield before Senegal can set back into place. But they hit a brick wall here, not literally, and it's now played back to the goalkeeper. Long ball forward, and the header in the air is won by Niakate, but given away in the form of an Egyptian throw. 44 minutes gone, the throw taken quickly by Haney to 1-2. And back in field again, and it's looped forward again. It's gone high rather than long, and it's headed away at the back by Senegal. Player down who slides the ball forward, and it's given away, and now Egypt come forward. He looks exasperated here, but Senegal, with enough bodies back, bundle the ball safely defensively. It's now played onto the left hand side and hit away, and again it's rushed and intercepted by Haney, but it's a block more than interception. It comes back to Senegal, and the referee now blows the whistle to say actually it got out for a throw in anyway, and Haney will take this for Egypt. It's thrown short, and that's a clear pull down and a free kick from the throw-in. Mo Salah pulled to ground. Referee comes over to mark the necessary lines. It was Diouf who pulled Salah to the ground. Mo Salah is going to take the free kick. It's too tight for the shot. It's a nice angle for the cross. 16 yards from the goal line and around 6 yards from the edge of the box, and 4 minutes at a time has been shown. Salah is now 2 strikes away from matching the national goal-scoring record of his head coach Hassan. He delivers the ball in and nobody makes contact with it. It looked a good ball and there was a diving header attempted. No one quite made contact with it, and it was left in the end. Quick reflexes from 2 defenders for Senegal to just step out of the way and let it go between both of them. First minute of added time. Well by Egypt. Deep forward now towards the halfway line. Demora got there first. He bundled the defender down to try and get around him. He's on a yellow card, he's got to be careful. to see a change for both sides. Kamara coming on for Diarra, who was booked in the first half. And that's his AFCON over as well, because he will miss the next game because of the totting up of yellow cards. So him and Koulibaly, both booked in the first half, both missed the next game, and are obviously substituted. That is that for them as we get underway for the second half. And immediately Ashur is fouled by Sarr, and we have a free kick to start the second half. The first half was slow getting started. There wasn't a lot of goalmouth action, but it was a feisty end to the first half. Both benches having a bit of a melee. Free kick taken down the right hand side. It's headed away, flicked back forward by Egypt, and that is in safe possession for Senegal. The goalkeeper Mendy taking the touch inside his box, plays it out to the right hand side. Here's Diatta, drops it back to Sarr. Now here's Niakate, takes a stride forward with the ball. The first minute of the second half already up and over. So 2 changes made by Senegal so far, just the one for Egypt. Plenty of movement on the bench still anticipated throughout the second half, and we hope to see a goal, ideally an odd number of goals, otherwise extra time will beckon. On the right hand side, that's a bit of triangle passing here from Senegal, and the ball eventually blocked out of play for a throw-in to the Senegalese. Sadio Mane's contributed to Senegal's success, a goal and 3 assists so far at the tournament. Scored in Senegal's semi-final win in 2021. He'll be looking to replicate that. His former Liverpool teammate Mo Salah with a personal best of 4 goals this tournament. 2 goals away from matching the record which is set by his current head coach Hassan. Here's Sarr, plays the ball down the right hand side. It's Diatta, turns and plays it infield. It's now back in defence with Niakate. Plays the ball forward through the middle. It's been cleared away and down the left hand side. It's going to bounce out of play for a Senegal throw. 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. First of the 2 AFCON semi-finals. Nigeria hosting Morocco at 8 o'clock, and the hosts, the favourites in this tournament, 1 step away from the final. No shocks and surprises yet in this tournament. All 4 of the semi-finalists are 4 of the top African teams. Senegal pushing forward well here, trying to squeeze Egypt into the corner and stop them clearing, but Egypt have done really well here, passed their way out from the back. A chance to try and come forward down the left hand side. It's a good run in field from Trezeguet. It's now been switched to the right hand side. Mo Salah has a think before playing the ball back. Now in the centre circle with Fathi. Trezeguet, Rabia. It's now with Abdelmajid. And Rabia, who's gone to left back for this second half. Long ball forward, cleared away comfortably at the back by Senegal. That's a lovely switch ball out to the right hand side. It was flicked first time, and that is going to be marshalled out really well by Rabia. Really clever ball forward from Papagayi. And Dai did everything he could, but Rabia stood firm. And El Shani in the Egypt goal places the ball, plays it short. Abdelmagait, who's filling in at centre half with the change made at half time. Throw in here for Senegal, and Ashur is fuming that that's been given. All out to the right hand side. It's Diatta, drops it back for Sarr, across to Niakate, forward for Idrissa Gueye. Now back with Diatta on the right, just inside the Egypt's half, and everybody's standing off him, and he threads the ball into the box for Jackson, who tries to turn and swivel the shot goalwards, and it's been blocked at source and out for a corner. Abdelmagid getting handshakes and high fives from his teammates. It was a really clever ball through, but just too standoffish there. Egypt allowing the time and space for that ball to be placed through for Nicholas Jackson. The shot was closed down well, but the pass really needed to be more. So in the 52nd minute, we have a corner here for Senegal, and it's going to be an in-swinger. Nicholas Jackson stood down the throat of the goalkeeper, being held off on the line by, I think it's Haney. And the corner swings in towards the near post. It's headed away by the first defender. Loose ball picked up and played back down the right hand side. Left footed cross in, and that's over everybody and out for a goal kick. Overhit by Diouf. 52 minutes played. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. Despite being considered the least favoured team left in the competition, Senegal have proven they're comfortable embracing the underdog role. Their ability to suffer, stay compact and capitalise on key moments makes them a dangerous opponent in knockout football. Egypt, on the other hand, delivered a statement performance, eliminating Ivory Coast, the reigning champions of this tournament. The Pharaohs arrive in top attacking form, scored 3 in both the round of 16 and the quarter-finals. Mo Salah leading the way. Kick taken short. It's now hoofed forward by the defence. And a battle here with Diatta, who does win that and gets the ball back for Senegal. Plays the ball in field. Now here's Gueye. Slips the ball forward. And now it's his namesake Papagayi. Drops it to Sadio Mane, back to goal, sweeps it to the right hand side. Diouf weighs up his options, plays it down the right. And Dai dancing with his defender, waiting for a fruitful option to present itself. He still fancies taking on the man. Diouf with the overlap. Plays the ball in, it's a flicked header away, and Dai picks up the loose ball. Plays it back to Sarr, now in the centre circle. It's Niakate. On the left hand side, Diouf dancing on the ball, drops it back. Niakate just inside the Egypt half. 9 Senegal players in the Egypt half at the moment. Now played back out wide for Ndiaye on the right hand side, cuts in behind his man, plays it short. Oh, there's a slip at the vital moment, but Senegal still on the ball. Played to Mane on the left, it's a backheel flick in the 1-2 from Jackson, and Mane squeezed out before he can get the shot away. 54 minutes gone. Egypt clearing it from the right back position with Haney. Headed back forward by Sarr. Senegal still on the ball. Lovely turn on the ball there from Sadio Mane. Now down the left hand side again, it's Nicholas Jackson. Oh, that's really poor. It just like he passed it to the defender. I think he was trying to put it through his legs, but instead of trying to win the ball straight back, he sort of watched dumbfoundedly. Egypt again with a slip there as they look to counter-attack. And now here's Diatta, midway through the Egypt half, walking down the right-hand side, stops, turns, plays it in field. It's Idrissa Gueye. Now back with Sarr once again. Kamara, forward for Jackson, with his back to goal. Diouf flicks it out to his right on the left as we look, and it's Sadio Mane, gets past his man, puts the ball in, deflected behind for the corner. And Mane starting to be more involved in the game. It's a really good front three when you look at it. Mane, Jackson and Ndiaye. But Salah and Marmoush as a front two isn't bad at all either. We've not had an awful lot of attacking intent so far, but it's starting to open up. The referee's just halting the corner being taken because he wants to have a conversation here with, it looks like, Nicholas Jackson and Haney for Egypt. .56 minutes gone. The referee just pointing at his eyes to let the players know he is watching them. And the corner comes in, and it's played short and low, and it comes to the edge of the box, and it's a long-range driven effort. It was on target, but a relatively comfortable save for the goalkeeper from Kamara, off the bench and wanting to make things happen in this second half. Egypt now back in possession, the ball played back into defence. It's with the left back, Rabia. Down the line for Trezeguet. Played back into the middle, and it's just a hit and hope forward from Egypt, and the front players are all complaining now, just saying the same thing. There's no point doing that. Sadio Mane has the ball. He was the furthest player back for some reason for Senegal. Lays it off to Niakate and makes his way back up the field. Looking at the latest player ratings, Senegal, in theory, the better side, marginally, 6.6 overall rating to 6.5 of Egypt. But three players rather, with 7+ ratings. The only player for Egypt who's got a rating above 7 is the goalkeeper. He's not really had a lot to do. Granted, he's not done anything wrong, it's fair to say as well. The worst rating currently in the live ratings is Marmoush with a 5.7. And so far, hasn't really done a lot. Looking at his live stats, he's not had a shot yet, which is the biggest marker of how a striker is doing, of course. He's had a very quiet game. I can't really recall any key moments that he's been involved in. The linesman just blocking the line of sight for the corner because there's a Egypt player on the ground and the referee's just having a word. And there is some pushing and shoving going on. There's now a Senegal player down, so the corner's been blocked again by the linesman. The referee having a word with the man down. And it was Gueye, and there was just a shove into his midriff from the defender. It's Trezeguet who came on at the break. The referee's having a word with him. The linesman still blocking the corner until he's happy, and he has now stepped away. And Diouf puts the corner in. It's an in-swinger. It's headed away towards the back post and headed goalwards. And it was bouncing around in the box, and it is now cleared away by Egypt. And there could be a counter on here. Swept away really well at the back. It was Diatta who was back, guarding against any counter-attack. And the ball goes out of play on this near side for an Egypt throw. Let's play it back into defence once more. Here's Ibrahim. Drops it to Haney at right back. 1 hour played in this game. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. Half an hour left for someone to be the hero, and you just feel it's going to be a moment of magic that separates these two sides. Egypt yet to register a single shot in this game, on or off target. Senegal have had 6 shots so far. They have had more possession and they're making use of it. Egypt yet to have a shot in an hour of football in this semi-final. They need to do something. They cannot continue to allow Senegal to have all the shots in this game if they want to progress to the final. You just wonder whether their game plan is to take it to extra time. Senegal have done well with penalty shootouts. Their record is impressive, so you would surely want to avoid a penalty shootout situation if you were Egypt. Mo Salah famously did not take one in the final in 2021. Not that he refused, he was the next penalty taker up, but it didn't get that far, and the game was won on penalties by Senegal before he had chance to step up. Senegal now with the free kick, just inside the attacking third, lofted into the box, and it's with the goalkeeper. No one got a touch on that, but it was agonisingly close. The jump up from Niakate, tried to do a backwards flicked header, just misses the ball by an inch or two. Senegal coming forward again here. Nicholas Jackson blindly playing the ball to his right and doesn't look, had he looked he'd have realised that it's the red shirt of Egypt's Trezeguet who is the recipient. Ball is now out for a Senegal throw though, so he's spared his blushes there. 62 minutes gone, and the ball played out to the left hand side here for Senegal, and it's Diouf on the ball, plays it back for Papagayi. Literally puts his foot on the ball, waiting for some movement from either team. Either draw Egypt out and get in behind, or for a teammate to make a move. Mane cuts inside, bundled over. Referee says play on. Egypt on the ball, and it's another long dink over the top to the right hand side. This time it's a good one. Mo Salah on the end of it, up against Diouf. Diouf stands firm and wins that, and then Mo Salah with a silly little clip gives away the free kick. The referee comes over. I think it's a final warning for Mo Salah. That's twice that he's done that now. There was the one in the first half, of course, with his former teammate Sadio Mane, which caused the handbags between the two benches. So now the free kick is taken, it's hit down the left hand side, and it's been headed out of play for a throw-in, and it's gone Egypt's way. 63 minutes played, the referee waiting for it to be taken in the right place. He doesn't want anyone stealing a yard. He's been very firm but fair, this referee, so far, and lenient. And Haney again with the throw-in for Egypt. It's thrown in, it's header won by Idrissa Gueye. Senegal trying to push forward, but Egypt are sitting back deep. They've got bodies behind the ball. They've managed to bundle it defensively to Ibrahim, and as he tries to clear the ball away, it's only gone out as far as a throw-in, 5 yards away from the corner flag to Senegal. He's put under some immense pressure by Sadio Mane. Ball comes into the box, it's a quick 1-2, chested down on the edge, and Senegal still pushing forward. Here's Diarra. Not Diarra, sorry, it's his replacement. Now Diatta down the right hand side for Ndiaye. Back to Diatta. Across to Niakate. And they've pushed forward well here, Senegal, and they're trying to pass Egypt to death. Run in field, played across now to Diatta. Cuts behind his man, opens up a bit of space, goes with the left foot, it's been blocked. Lands kindly here for Ndiaye on the right hand side, being held off by Trezeguet. Drops it back down the line, and the cross comes in. Oh, it's chilled towards goal, it was on target in the end. It was Kamara with the cross in. The goalkeeper came out to claim it, and it swirled goalwards, and he got back in time for a comfortable save, but it very nearly curled in. One ball forward for Egypt. It's taken down by Ashur. And here's Mamadouche, and he's fouled. And that is indeed a foul from Sarr. So free kick given to Egypt. Central, just inside the Senegal half. Taken quickly by Ashur. Drops it back across the halfway line. Down the right hand side, it's Tia. Back to Haney, who curls the ball into the centre circle. It's with Rabia. Chips it down the left, it's flicked on, and a chance to come forward, and that's a rushed pass for Trezeguet. It was hit straight at the back of his ankle rather than into his path. He's tried to backheel this forward to keep it alive for Ashur, who's had to bundle down the defender to stay in the conversation. Gives away the free kick. Diatta stays down. Ashur goes over to apologise. It's a free kick to Senegal. .66 minutes gone. Still goalless. And we await the first semi-final goal of the 2026 AFCON. Egypt playing the ball back to their goalkeeper, whose clearance only goes just towards the edge of the box. And he's put his defenders under some pressure here. They've passed their way out of trouble. They're still inside their own half. And it's won back on the halfway line by Senegal. It's a brilliant, robust challenge from Idrissa Gueye. Down the right-hand side here, it's Ndiaye. It's still going Ndiaye. He's been forced towards the corner flag. Some good hold-up play from Fathi. But still Senegal in possession. Trying to get into the box. It's been cleared away. Marmouche on the end of this is tripped and wins the free kick just inside Egypt's half. 68 minutes gone. Still goalless, and still we wait to see who will take the lead in this game. We are edging closer to needing extra time. Senegal have won the ball back inside their own half, and inside their own box at the moment. Here's Sarr. Down the right-hand side. That's a nice ball forward, and Jackson on the end of it on the right-hand side of the box, squeezed out and dispossessed. Cleared away, headed back forward by Diatta. Down the left-hand side now. Just inside the centre circle. Senegal building again. 69 minutes gone. Ball switched to the right-hand side. Ndiaye makes the run into the box, and he's been blocked, and it's a heavy block, and it's out of play for a throw-in on this near side. Taken quickly by Diatta. It's a 1-2 with Idrissa Gueye. Still going here, Senegal, still building. Sadio Mane, 70 minutes gone. Drops the ball back for Idrissa Gueye, and everything's become very slow and very precise for Senegal. And suddenly they're caught in possession, and Mo Salah's made the run. He's waiting to receive the ball. It's played, and it's a brilliant bit of covering defending from Niakate to get there ahead of Mo Salah and play the ball back to his goalkeeper. .72 minutes gone. We've had a stoppage in play. We're just trying to work out why. It's an off-the-ball incident. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving again. So the referee stopped play, and it's going to continue with a dropped ball, uncontested, for Senegal. And it's in the centre circle now with Sarr. Drops it to the right-hand side. It's a 1-2 with Diatta. Latest possession stats, 70-30 in favour of Senegal, really turning the screw. And it's one of those games where the next goal in this game, if indeed we have a goal in this game, it's either going to be the pressure has told, or against the run of play, soaked up the pressure and countered. And Egypt have opened the game up in this second half. They've had less possession, but more attacking intent. They've not had a shot yet, but you can see the more Senegal push forward and continue to press, Egypt are just ready to hit it long and counter, and they've started to open the game up with that in mind. Not enough yet, but you can start to see the idea. Throwing comes in from Diouf. Here's Niakate. In for Papigay. Back to Sarr, sweeps it out to the right hand side. Lots of width here from Senegal. Diatta slides it down the right for Kamara. His ball in is blocked behind for another Senegal corner. Diouf puts the signal up from the corner, puts it into the near post again. It's flicked away at the near post again, and Kamara volleys in the rebound again. It's deflected to the edge of the box, and it's another volley, but it's a very, very wild one, a long way wide, bouncing away and out for an Egyptian goal kick. It was Ndiaye, I think, with the second volley. Indeed it was. I think he's asking the question of Diouf there about the corners, saying that they're all the same every time. They're being headed away at the near post. And that is an observation I made a moment ago as well. I said it's at the near post again and headed away again. And his teammates feeling frustrated by that also. Some quick passing here in the middle for Senegal, trying to evade being dispossessed by the Pharaohs. Chip forward and headed away. He's picked up again in the middle by Senegal. This can't be sustainable, surely, for Egypt. It's just constantly watching the ball and moving behind the ball. And they need an outlet, they need a break from this. As we approach 75 minutes gone in this game, Senegal absolutely dominating possession, have had 100% of the shots in the game. As the cross comes in, it's been headed up in the air, eventually collected by Senegal in the form of Diarra. down the left-hand side, and Mane couldn't quite turn with that touch. And now Egypt's coming away with the ball. It's Trezeguet on the near side. He's been forced back towards his own goal here. And still being forced back, and he plays the ball to a teammate right in the corner. And the clearance is won again by Senegal. They're just picking up every loose ball at the moment. Ball played back to Mendy, who comes out under pressure from Marmouche. Hits it away. Header won though by Egypt. Comes to the halfway line. Diatta picks up the loose ball, plays it back to Sarr. 1-2 with Niakate. We're in the final 15 minutes of normal time. As it stands, I don't think there's even going to be any added time apart from a token 1 minute. Really been nothing to worry about in this second half. Senegal need to make their dominance pay. Ball down the right, and the ball whipped in by Kamara, and the goalkeeper gathers it before it becomes a problem. 76 minutes gone, 14 left, and we are ticking the minutes off, and yet to have a breakthrough. But the fact Egypt have yet to register a single shot is really concerning at this stage in the game. It's one of those where they take the lead with their only shot on goal and see it out. But Senegal certainly the better at the moment. If Egypt did score, it would absolutely be against the run of play, and there's a throw-in routine here that's gone awry, and Senegal back in possession again in the centre circle. There's Idrissa Gueye. Plays it back into the centre circle again. It's Niakate, steps out of the centre circle. 77 minutes gone. Plays it forward. It's slipped in for Sadio Mane. Jackson gets on the end of it, in fact. Drops it now to Mane on the left-hand side. Plays it away from the box. Long-range effort is blocked, and it might land kindly on the edge of the box, and it does! And it's the long-range effort in the back of the net, and Senegal take the lead. Sadio Mane has given them a well-deserved lead. 78th minute of the game. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. And now Egypt have got to do something. I said earlier on, they've not had a shot yet. They've got to do something. This is not sustainable. And there we have it. Senegal with a thoroughly deserved lead. They've had 70% of the possession. They've had all of the shots in this game. Egypt yet to have a single shot on or off target. 12 minutes left. They've got to find something from somewhere. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Well, it's Mane on the far side. He's right by the touchline. I'm just watching him now off the ball. It's brilliant. It's a lovely finish. The original shot comes in, it's blocked, and it just hits him in the chest. He doesn't know much about it, chests it in the right direction. It bounces once, and on the half volley, smashes it into the near post, and it's nestled in the bottom left-hand corner. It just fizzles towards goal. And Senegal, good value for the lead. And I fancy them to get a second, because Egypt now are going to have to drastically change. I think they've been playing for a 0-0. And they've got to do something now. We've had 79 minutes now. It's been 2 minutes since the goal was scored. Sadio Mane lifting the crowd. Supporters, young and old, male and female, celebrating in that end of the stadium. And we are back underway now in the 80th minute. There's 10 minutes plus added time, and Egypt have got to do something. They've got to at least test the goalkeeper. Who's going to have the first shot for Egypt? Will it be, well, not decisive, the opposite of decisive really? get them back on level terms. Sadio Mane and Senegal haunting Mo Salah and Egypt again. There's a slip there and very nearly causes a counter-attack. They've put it out for a throw-in. And Ndiaye and Kamara raising the roof again with their fans. They're really getting the crowd going now. And we are going to have a substitution for Egypt. And it's Rabia who's coming off. So Fatah was left back and came off at half-time. And Rabia, who was centre-half, moved to left back. He's now come off as well. Zizou has come on to replace him. And Senegal just clearing at the back straight to the Egyptian goalkeeper. 81 minutes played. Ball down the right-hand side, headed away, and Senegal just going through the motions now. It's the fourth shot on target in the game, and obviously all four of those have gone to Senegal. We've had at least 7 shots in total. And I will say again, Egypt yet to have a single shot on target or otherwise. Ball down the right-hand side. Here's Kamara, gets his way into the box, looks to cut it back and does. It's taken a deflection, comes towards the edge of the box, and it's a slid shot from Papagayi. Slips as he hits it, spoons it over the bar. But I said that it would probably benefit Senegal. Egypt will open up as they've got to, and Senegal, with all their possession and the attacking impetus they've had, will find chances easier to come by. And that seems to be the case so far since the restart. 82 minutes played. There's some more movement in the dugout now. And Ashore being replaced by Mustafa Mohamed. Three changes now made by the Pharaohs. Just the 2 for Senegal. Interesting that the Egyptian manager Hassan is making the changes one at a time. Time is against them. Breaking up the play is probably not a good idea. Perhaps wanting to disrupt Senegal's rhythm. Ball down the left-hand side here for Egypt. It's Mamouche. Plays it into the box. It's a brilliant slide from Kamara to get the ball behind. And out for the corner to Egypt. So frustrating though when you look at that and you've got Salah and Mamouche as your attacking 2 and you haven't had a single shot. It's really frustrating. It must be incredibly frustrating for the 2 strikers. Corner comes in, goes all the way to the back post, and there's a looping header way over the bar. But that will be the first shot of the game for Egypt, and it's come from the substitute. Mustafa Mohamed with the header over the bar. And now Senegal are going to make some changes. And Nicholas Jackson is the first player to make way. And Ndiaye is the second, being rushed off the pitch by Trezeguet, the referee telling him to calm down. So Ndiaye and Jackson are the 3rd and 4th changes being made. And Ismail Sarr is the first player to come on to replace them. And Ndiaye is the other one. 85 minutes played, 5 minutes plus added time left for Egypt to have their first shot on target. They need to get a goal. They've won the ball back here. It's played forward looking for Mo Salah. Gets a touch on the ball, but it's more of a keep it in play sort of touch than anything with any real value behind it. And the goalkeeper gathers that one comfortably. The centre circle, Senegal with the ball, but they have a man down injured off the ball. So the referee just asking the players to halt. It's Sadio Mane, the goal scorer, and as it stands, the match winner. His second goal of the tournament. And a vital one. Could prove to be. Egypt have a player down themselves. It's number 6, Ibrahim, the centre half. The Egyptian fans, some looking worried, some looking just generally disappointed. We've talked about the frustration there for the players, but for the fans to watch their team in a semi-final and not see a single shot on target, not see a single shot until the final 10 minutes, must be so frustrating as Senegal come forward. The goalkeeper's come a long way off his line and got the ball away, and they were thinking about a long-range shot there. Senegal thought about it too long, caught in possession. Egypt can come forward. 3.5 minutes of normal time remain. Senegal win the ball back at the back. It's gone out of play as they look to try and clear it down the left. It's for an Egypt throw, 10 yards inside the Senegal half. The throw-in comes in. Ball chipped towards the edge of the box. It's headed away and cleared away. Senegal just doing everything they can to get the ball away from their box at the moment. As it stands, Senegal will be the first team in the final. Will be joined by either Nigeria or the hosts and favourites Morocco, who kick off at 8 o'clock British time this evening. And for those that can't and don't want to work out what that means, it's an hour and 10 minutes from now. Wherever you are in the world, it's kicking off in little over 1 hour. The second semi-final of AFCON. The referees just stop play again because there's another bit of off the ball. It's another one of those silly theatricals. A little push out of the way. And a very theatrical drop to the floor. We do now play on with the Senegal throw. Down the right-hand side, the header is flicked on and there's a free kick given to Egypt for the jump there, which I think is a little bit unfair, if I'm honest. Egypt now down the right-hand side into the final 2 minutes of normal time. Here's Ibrahim, goes into the centre circle, plays it to his left. Ball chipped down the left-hand side. Trezeguet, good touchdown from him, cuts behind his man, goes towards the edge of the box. He's been forced away from goal, plays it short. It's a 1-2 back to him. He's got a chance to cross the ball in. He wants it on his right foot though, and that's slowed things down, and he's been closed down. The ball played forward by Mamouche. It's been blocked away, and a half clearance bouncing and ricocheting off both players. Trezeguet keeps it in play. Played down the right-hand side. Played into the box now, and it's the header flicked on. It's hoofed away. 90 seconds left of the 90. It's played back to the goalkeeper for Egypt. On the right-hand side, still in their own half though. It's a 1-2 across the halfway line. And now back again to Ibrahim. They've got to get this forward. We are now into the final minute of the 90. There will be some added time, of course, but we would be surprised if there's any more than 3 minutes added on. And we are getting into now or never territory for Egypt. On the halfway line, the clearance is stopped, and the Pharaohs get the ball out to the right-hand side. They are putting numbers into the box. It's chipped into the box and marshalled out. Is it? It's been kept in play, and there's a bit of panic in the box, so the flag's gone up. It's out. It's an offside. And the referee being challenged here by the Egyptian players. He might have actually given a free kick, in fact, rather than the offside. Just watching now.